Good afternoon. It's Craig once again from ICT. In this video, I'm going to explain the new anti-phishing firmware changes that we made in our PA7 firmware for the US. Let me bring up my notice here, and I'll read that over with you guys. Service notice, modification of production firmware. If your PA7 with serial number begins 2309 onwards, or you've recently received one or more PA7s back from RMA repair, we have incorporated new anti-stringing or anti-phishing functions into our standard production firmware. This new behavior instead holds the stacker's arm open at idle instead of closed. This virtually eliminates bill phishing due to the compression of the entire stacking mechanism into the cache box. To remove the cache box, press and hold the small button on the rear of the LED housing for more than 2 seconds, then release to lower the stacker plate. This behavior can be controlled via the number 6 dipswitch on the side of the unit. New units from production will ship with this new mode disabled by default, which is set to number 6 being in the on position. To enable this new mode, turn number 6 to the off position. So if you want your previous behavior where your stacker plate will go flat, that will be number 6 in the on position. If you want the new anti-phishing behavior, that will have number 6 in the off position. So let me bring back to my camera here, and I will physically show you the differences between the two. So right now, this is an older one of my PA7 just from the bench. And right now we have, let me focus that. Switches 1 through 8 off, and switches 1 through 4 in the blue bank don't matter in this situation. Only the switches 1 through 8 are all in the off position. So after it's finished with its initialization process, you'll notice that it did stack again. It'll seem like it stacked 1.5 times. That's normal. So that will hold the stacker plate roughly 25% up from the normal home position. With this set, you'll notice you won't be able to remove your cache box because the stacker plate will be in the way. So if you are going to be using this mode, there is a little button to the, from your side, the left of the green LED. You want to hold that for more than 2 seconds and then release it, which will then lower your stacker plate so you can remove your cache box. So press 1, 2. That will lower the plate so you can then remove the cache box with no problem. The next time you put the cache box back on, it will stack 1.5 times. To go back to the anti-phishing behavior for the next transaction. If you do not want to use this new behavior and you want your units to function the way they have been in the past, then you want to turn on number 6 on the side. There you go. Number 6 on the side, and then power cycle the unit. So with 6 on, it'll stack normally and keep your plate flat, not having the anti-fishing behavior enabled. You won't have to push the button on the back because you can just remove the cash box like normal. It'll behave the way your PA7s have done in the past. So just as a reminder and a follow-up, any new units you get from ICT, new as in production date after 2023, number 6 will be on to keep the old behavior, which is what you're not used to setting. So keep that in mind. Your unit doesn't have a problem if your 6 is off and it does the multiple stacking. That's just the new behavior. And just verify your dipswitch settings in the way that you want them to be set. And that'll be how it is moving forward. If you have any other questions, feel free to give us a call or contact us, and we'll do our best to see what's going on. Until next time, you have a great afternoon.